Move the chains.
Welcome to the EndZone YouTube. Let's move the chains. I have a very big announcement video for you today. Some of you might like this announcement, and some of you might not. This isn't scripted. I'm literally just putting the microphone in front of me and talking from the heart. So as you know, I've loved my channel. I put a lot of hard work and dedication into it. And I need to give you some background information because in the beginning, my channel used to be AAF Zone, Alliance of American Football Zone, where I just covered spring football and the Alliance of American Football in particular. Then, unfortunately, the sport that I love, the league that I love, that I was a huge fan of, folded. And I had to pivot. So I created the EndZone. I rebranded, I did everything I could, and I came up with a new idea to cover everything football. And I did find success, but most of my success was still in spring football or alternative football leagues. I made videos here and there about the NFL and college that did well, but for the most part, a majority of people were watching the spring football content and Canadian content that I was making. So, before I make this announcement, and before I tell you some of my channel changes, I want you to know that the original goal of the channel was to cover alternative football leagues, and I kind of strayed away from that. And things have become hard with school and with college and just the landscape of YouTube in general. It's very competitive and very difficult to try and get into the NCAA football and NFL football world and really have your voice heard. And most of you are subscribed because of spring football. So that's what I'm going to say right here, right now. I'm officially changing my channel to talk about alternative football leagues from now on. I know some of you may have subscribed because of college football and NFL, and you are free to unsubscribe. I do not blame you. But I've also come to a realization over this past year that I do love football as a whole, but I also love lacrosse. Lacrosse is my favorite sport by far. I played it in high school, and I had a new love for it kind of reemerge in my life lately. And I'm creating a new lacrosse channel where I'm going to cover lacrosse. Now, for some of you, you probably have not heard of or even seen lacrosse. For some of you, you might know of it, never played, and for the minority, you may have played lacrosse. And I'm really excited for the future of the EndZone. I'm not going to stop posting videos, but I need to go back to the core of what the EndZone is. And I also want to cover the sport of lacrosse because lacrosse is the sport that I love. You know, there's room for both lacrosse and football in my life, but I don't think that there's room for football as a whole. I need to go back to my roots and go back to what the EndZone really is. Moving the chains was about alternative football leagues. If you want to know more about my lacrosse channel, I'm calling it Extra Man Open Lacrosse. You can go find me. I haven't really done anything on the channel yet. I created it yesterday. I've done a lot of thoughts, and this is a really big deal for me. And if you want to support that channel, feel free. You don't have to if you don't like lacrosse, because I bet most of you probably don't know what it is. But if you do like lacrosse or want to learn more about it, please subscribe. That would mean a lot to me. As for the future of the EndZone, I'm still going to be posting. I'm still going to be doing things. But for now on, I'm going to keep it to alternative football leagues. No more NFL, no more college, even though I love it. I think spring football and alternative football is really what I'm geared for, and really my audience is more geared towards that. As always, I'd love to hear your feedback and know your opinion. Thank you so much for your time, and move the chains.